Since 2010, when I was very young, I got recruited in business doing as a Pakist in my forces. And for some time, I've met different people in different countries. And when you're talking to an adult above 18 years, and you are only talking and they are not answering, then they will not learn what you want to teach them. So when I ask, in short, I want you to answer yes or no. Yes. You see, some of you are sleeping. Yes or yes? Yes. How do you participate with the yes? So you give me the vibe, so I give you the best of what I can do. If you don't give me vibe, I'll be just presenting the slides a few about 6, and I'll be off stage, and maybe some of you will not benefit. All together. I'm going to reach a point where you make over 2,000 personal points every month. Personal points means personal profits and money. Means money. Yesterday we sold a couple of products. I did sell a couple of products. I delivered to about 15 people, and the minimum payment was about 400,000 shillings. I collected about 5 million, and today I'm just going to make my order. Some of the money is in the back pocket, I'm sure. Some on the phone, some here. Some here. The middle ones are 50 tickets, the ones outside there. 100, 100, this is 200, 300,000. But we want to make this money more. Why am I showing you this money? Not to show off for the people who are producing because they don't even understand the money very much. That we do it by force. If you can sell more than 1,500 US dollars in a day, that's good money, isn't it? Let's give a round of applause for that. So when we have a topic as beautiful as the one we have on here, mastering product knowledge, so that you can have accurate responsible selling, knowing what to explain, and then how to serve people better for our own benefit. So for this whole time, I've been learning step by step. And the kind of business we do is two-way. You're supposed to master the art of teaching somebody what you do. But then, you cannot teach what you don't know. Yes or yes? Yes. You cannot. So you have to know, then you can teach altogether. So today, we want to master that other wing, which is not building a network for fellow distributors, but building a network of people who can buy from us. Now we are the distributors to them when we have the company altogether. Which is called a customer base. Everybody shout customer base. Customer base. You're going to have a customer base. Then you need to master product knowledge. Now there are two things. There is a client, and there is also what we call a what? Customer. A customer. Everybody shout out after me. The first one is called client. Some people did not say anything, especially the back benchers. We don't have benches, but the back seaters. The first one is client. Then the other one is a customer. A customer is that one we are looking for. A client is the one of the guys that I see here at OQATA. Most of them have clients. Somebody buys one muscle bone care, and then you promise them heaven and earth how the backbone or the backache is going to disappear within 2 weeks. You will give guarantees, and then the person pulls out their 120,000, that's how much I sell mine. And then they give you with a lot of hope that this one photo is going to be the Jesus for the 3 years they have been struggling with this chronic backache. And then you walk out of that deal very excited, you have made a profit, and then you deliver a product, till death do us part. Actually, that is even not the thing. You're like, forever and ever, see you ever. Okay, you're like, you drop it, and you're like, bye, and you never go back to them. Now, that's what most people do, and that is very wrong for business. If you want to grow good business, good lasting business, we talk about building repeat customers. Are we together? And if you're going to build repeat customers, this is such an amazing training you need to look at. If you want to build a wonderful customer base where people just call you, like this morning, on top of the other orders I have, somebody called and they're like, my Super Omega-3 is done. Thank God I had stocked some. And they're like, the Super Omega-3 is done, and I also need 2 joint flex, one for me, one for mom. And then I'm like, so you're buying your mother joint flex? And she's like, yes, I'm buying a joint flex because lately she has joint problems. And you have been giving me this one, it has helped me, and I'm like, you're doing something wrong, you need to buy for your mother more than Joint Flex, because Joint Flex alone can't do. Because it has, what are the components of Joint Flex? Those of us who know. There is MSM. What does MSM do? Huh? It's a natural pain relief, right? It's a herb. Then there is also glucosamine, right? That is cartilage building, right? What else is there? Collagen, huh? And what else? There are many. There are many, right? So I'm like, okay, the glucosamine, the collagen, and other herbs in that one will help, but I think we need more than that. We need something to deal with the pain. Even when Joint Flex can do, we need an anti-inflammatory. We're talking about super omega 3 because it's also good for the joints. Yes or yes? Then we also talk about others. I wanted her to buy 3. Joint Flex, muscle bone care, and the super omega 3. And the deal has been closed, so we are buying Joint Flex, super omega 3 for her, then the 3 for the mother. I think I deserve a round of applause for the morning profit while I was driving to office to come and train you guys. It's very important. And this is why we crafted this training, so that you can learn why product knowledge matters in terms of doing business. When you have enough product knowledge, confidence begins showing up. And it comes when you know exactly what you're offering. The only challenge we have right now is that most distributors are not taking off time to learn. Let me tell you about the first year in your business. Most of us are in our first year, apart from some of us who have entered the second year. The company is almost now 2 years. Come maybe a few days from today, isn't it? That means none of us is how many years? 3 years. All of us are less than 2 years. You cannot say 2 years and a half when the company is just making how many years? 2 years, you're joking. So most of us are in the first year. Now, if you're the kind who is still in the first year, in your first year, you don't have to rush. Tap your neighbor and tell them, don't rush. You didn't tap them. You didn't even look at them. Look at them and say, don't rush. Muluganda twagamba ngedda, as we are trying to learn English, to papa. And then we use English in Luganda and we said, don't what? Don't papa. Tell them, huh? You didn't tell your neighbors. You guys fear your neighbors? You fear her? Did you even get to know her name? You don't. Please introduce yourself to him. What is her name? Viola. So I know you're Viola. Let's first clap for Viola. She's very smart. Okay, now, you don't have to rush in your first year. Your first year in business, one of the things you must master is the products you're dealing in. Because you're recruited to be a distributor of a particular range of products offered by OQATA from Earth's creation, isn't it? So, if I am an affiliate of OQATA and I'm going to use OQATA's brand to establish my name in the market as an OQATA distributor, I must master the products that OQATA offers one at a time without rushing. The only challenge we have is that you want to learn everything about the products in that whole over 100-page pamphlet of products. You guys know that book, Getting Started, isn't it? And it has so many pages talking about different products before others come in to update the page or the book. Are we together? And then you want to learn all that in less than a month. In fact, you half-baked learn. You learn Calito, you move on, you learn on another, you move on. So you have half-baked information on all the products. But if you take it step by step and you're like, in 3 days, I am going to learn about the colon detox. It's such a detailed product. Colon detox is one of the easiest products to sell. It should be running out of stock as fast as yesterday. I don't know why it's not running out of stock. It should be run out of stock faster than Super Omega 3. But then I one day made a decision. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to talk about this Super Omega 3 thing and make sure everybody in OQATA sells the Super Omega 3, learning it from me. And then I did it. And today we have a lot of sales of Super Omega 3. I'm not trying to brag on you that I led the force, but I'm one of those. And I'm not far from 1, 2, 3, from those who are really doing lots of talks about super omega-3 and telling everybody else who is seeing these videos that all the omega-3s are okay, but super omega-3 is a special one. In fact, it's the best on the market. And people are thinking, super omega-3, super omega-3, super omega-3. When I think about omega-3, they're like, I have this 369. Is it better than this one? I'm like, no. And you guys are making sense. Let's clap for this product. So I did. Then I went on and I'm like, I think I should also talk about the liver care. It used to be one of those that did move that much. And today, you guys sell liver care so much. Yes or yes? Because somebody came out, it may not be only me, maybe Manager Frank and other people, and we emphasize the need for detoxification and then the need to take care of your liver as one of the major organs you have, responsible for a lot of functions in your body, probably 500 different functions, most of them are around metabolism and how your liver is helping you when you don't know. When you eat cooking oil, it's that that produces bile, that helps you digest the cooking oil. And so if you don't really take care of it, one day you're going to get bloating. And then we talk about that as a good one for ulcers. And because of this product knowledge gap, there are some ignorant doctors, I would call them because some of them are my friends and I banter them direct. That's why they haven't posted me in any video, they know. And then they're trying to kill your confidence. Let's first clap for these fools there. And we take away we regain our confidence. Let's clap for them. Please clap harder. I'm going to tell you why you're clapping. If you're not clapping and your neighbor is not clapping, first elbow them for me and tell them clap. I've not told you to stop clapping. Please keep clapping. You know what they did? They just got you shaken up so you can do the right thing when it is still less than 3 years. Some of you are giving the wrong information and they are right about it. Because we were giving so much detail on things we didn't have time to read about. You get it? And now we can check ourselves again and start afresh. Yes or yes? Yes. How many of us are going to start afresh? So you don't have to lose confidence, by the way. I laughed at these guys and I'm like, guys, man, that's enough. If you're looking for followership or following or whoever, you have too much knowledge. As doctors, go do your reading. And go to the market and tell them about whatever you want to tell them, and then the solutions that have been given for years and they're not working for people. Let these girls and boys make money. But for you who are being attacked, this should be a point in your business that you should now take this very serious. Because what we are offering is actually a solution to the market. And people need what we have. Yes or yes? Yes. When you talk about things like Cascara Sagrada, it's a herb, a gentle cleansing herb that is so gentle for your digestive system that one, it works as a broom that washes out all the mucus and fecal matter you've kept for so many weeks. So when you take 3 capsules of, which product is that? Colon detox, because of Cascara Sagrada, you have a clean bowel movement and your intestines are cleaned out of the blue, isn't it? Now, when you have a clean digestive system, your immunity is going to be boosted. Yes or yes? This guy doesn't know that. All he knows is when somebody has ulcers, I'll give them omeprazole, and that is medicine crafted by somebody in Harvard and whoever he was. And it has been the recording and the same cramming done by their professor. Now there is this other guy who comes in and then they make research about a particular herb that you don't even know in medicine called dandelion. And then they tell you dandelion is magical. When you have colon cancer, it has been proven to reverse it up to 95% in just 48 hours of using the roots and the leaves. And then I have this product that has dandelion, colon, and liver care. And then here I come on TikTok, and the community doesn't know. And people are struggling with the effects of having ulcers for a long time. Yet they always go to the hospitals, and they get the same kind of treatment that has failed to work for them. And then I come. Maybe I come as an amateur because I didn't take this seriously. So I come, I have no deep knowledge, but then I try to give, ulcers is curable. It can be healed. And then somebody starts bantering you. You lose confidence when there is no backing of knowledge. That's why we are out here to teach you. First clap for OQATA Wellness. Now, I believe this time the clapping is going to even be harder. Let's clap for OQATA Wellness. So product knowledge is very key. It gives you confidence. None of them has attacked me. Have they attacked me yet? Don't you think they see me? They do. They do. I know them, they do. The ones who attacked you, I see them seeing my page. But they have not found something to I'm just waiting for that. And they just cannot. That is why this is important. So I want you guys to get product information. When you have product information, you're going to have trust built. You see, these people we call our customers, they are more comfortable buying from an affiliate or a distributor who explains products clearly and confidently. Now, so many of your clients have called me again when they come across my videos. And they're like, I bought Muscle Bone Care and ABCD. Whom did you buy it from? There's somebody. But then I saw you talk about it again. And when I took it, my backache persisted. In fact, the pain became so much. Do you know that when you take Super Omega 3 and you have ulcers, somehow the ulcers first becomes too much? You understand? You didn't know that? They call you, they're like, hey, Nami's Omega 3 Torunuma. And I'm like, oh, so you had inflammation in your stomach you didn't know about. Now they have another option to buy other products, isn't it? So they come and they're like, this didn't work for me. And I'm like, no. So with knowledge, I build trust in the product. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You understand my talk now? In terms of product, it's not a get-rich what? That you buy the affiliate share now and tomorrow you will be a billionaire. No. But if you build your business step by step, every day, every month, for 1 year, 3 years, after 5 years, the guys who come around, they'll think you're a genius. And they'll see you like Jesus. Or like whoever the prophet that you believe in. You understand? And they're like, this guy is a genius. But are you a genius really? You just kept using every day profitably to your knowledge and your experience, and now you're a star. Are we together? So when you have this information, now you have learned about the Cascara Sagrada. Same product, colon detox. Tomorrow, you learn about dandelion. The same product. Then the next day, you learn about the aloe vera. The same day, so when somebody comes and they have ulcers, you can tell them, by the way, this particular product on table, it's called colon detox. The name is trying not to tell you exactly what this product does, because if you go by the name, it is going to talk about detoxification and cleansing of your colon. But this particular product has that particular herb. Then you turn the bottle. They read it is there. It's called fenugreek. And then you talk about fenugreek and some things you have learned over time. And then you turn another one. You give information about something as small as what? Which other components are there? You talk about 3 and a person says, bring that one. In fact, they know it's going to work for them. You see, we have a lot of content gap that we have not explored without even looking at their diseases they are fighting for. And then you're like, if you have ulcers, maybe you have just not learned about something called dandelion. You can come in with a hook like, dandelion is such an amazing herb that people don't know about, yet they are struggling with ulcers and so many stomach complications. Let me explain myself. And in 2 minutes, you're done. And then the recommendation is a product here. And then people are calling you, I want that dandelion product. Then the next time you come, glucosamine is such an amazing component or nutrient needed by the body. Actually, what glucosamine means, it's glucose plus a protein called, who knows that protein? And then it is good for your heart. Do you know glucosamine is good for pressure? It's also good for this and this and this. And then they're like, wow. And then you're a star. And the starship has come not because you're a doctor. You're a distributor who has gone on to, you guys use online, internet, artificial intelligence. Now, for us, we don't call it artificial intelligence. We call it advanced information age. Let me bring out my explanation. Well, are you ready? Are you listening? Yes. I want to feel you guys who are online and you're chatting and you're missing this and yet you want to make business work for you 2 years from now. Are you listening? Yes. One day we learned about the Stone Age. The early man, first of all. And his name was Zinjanthropus, isn't it? So this guy used to be a hunter, a runner after animals, probably was chasing buffaloes with bare hands, and some of them were being killed by this very ruthless cow-like animal, isn't it? And then one day, that age ended. How did it end? It ended, one age is wiped out by another age. So there was a discovery of what we call the Stone Age. And in the Stone Age, we hear, according to the legends, what are legends? Stories of what? Long ago, isn't it? You guys have forgotten the social studies. Tachari SST, isn't it? So, this will tell us SST question number 1. P3. What is legends? And then you say, legends are the stories of what? Now, according to the legends, which are stories of long ago, they told us Aleman was Zinjanthropus. I don't know who even got to know his name. But then, according to the stories, it is true. And if you give another name, you get it wrong, isn't it? So the name is which one? Zinja. Now, Zinja discovered fire in the Stone Age. Probably was hitting stones. Probably that afternoon he was very bored. And then, pop, he saw a spark. I'm like, wait a minute. And then the guy makes fire. So he used now to eat raw meat with fire, roasted meat. Raw sweet potatoes with fire, roasted. And then cassava was tasting better when it is roasted, isn't it? So he started roasting food. It was good. And then the meat was tastier when it is heated on this thing that was discovered called what? Fire. And then they started making stones. 3 stones, and then they put it with sticks, and then they are, At one time, probably the stones they put on a fireplace, when the fire was burning so hard, not like other stones, these particular stones started melting. So they're thinking, what is this now? And then that led to another age called Iron Age. Probably the stones that were used this time were iron stones. You get it? And then the fire was melting this iron. So they're like, wait a minute. So they started crafting weapons out of these melted stones with the help of the fire that was from another age. And then Iron Age came in. Iron Age specialization. Farmers, hunters. And then a lot of produce, and then that led to another age when they needed to store the produce. So they built factories and silos and wherever and storehouses. And then now they were processing the food in the industrialization age where people go to school to get jobs. That has come in even up to now. But then industrialization age was replaced by the information age. IT, isn't it? Smartphones, computer, information age. But now we are not in the information age alone. You see, in the information age, when I know what you don't know and we're in the same environment, I'll make money that you don't make because you don't know what I know. Yes or yes? But now what we are in is something called AI. Everybody shout AI. AI. So what is AI to normal people? It is called artificial intelligence. But now us who have been following these ages and they are coming through, AI means the information age is here, but my AI is advanced information age. Clap for that one now. That means you know about colon detox, but is your knowledge advanced to make you make money more than those that have the information on colon detox that they are selling like you're selling? So what we have is advanced information. If you have advanced information, I'm going to build more trust in my customers. Not only that, this information will improve your recommendations. For example, one time I was asking somebody, they came and they said, I gave colon detox, not working for someone. They were telling them to take 1 capsule 3 times a day. 1 morning, 1 afternoon, 1 evening. That was wrong. When you have knowledge, you improve your recommendations to 3 times 1. When they gave them the product, same product, different dosaging, the person got better. So when you have that knowledge, you'll understand a product's purpose ingredients, and the intended use that helps you match it to the right customer need. Not only that, it's going to reduce the misinformation these ignorant people out there in the market are trying to capitalize on to attack you. Are we together? I want you guys to have so much confidence that in one day, you can make their salary 3 times. Now, if I can make your salary 3 times in just 2 deals, you have nothing to tell me, even when you're more learned, like they say they are, and you cannot make money than me. More. My English is like that now. Do you guys make sense of what I'm trying to say? So when you have the information, you reduce the misinformation. Good knowledge will prevent you from guessing and exaggerating or repeating claims that are not what? Supported. Sciatica is something they were attacking one of our distributors on. That lady, I need to meet her one of these days. I know her by face. And sciatica is a nerve. Sciatic nerve is a nerve. You know, there are so many nerves in a human body. When you don't know the nerve, don't mention. When you come and talk about nerve damage, that is general, and it is okay. There are so many nerves, because that is the electricity system of your body. You get it? Now, the major ones, like you can talk about the sciatic nerve, the vagus, the optic nerve. There are many. There are many. There are so many. But then if you have to come out and talk about one, like for example, when the liver gets to start swelling, let's say you take a lot of alcohol. Everybody shout alcohol. Alcohol. Or you do a lot of fried stuff. Or you do a lot of carbohydrates and you're taking sugars too much, like we do, sodas and the rest of that. Sometimes your body becomes insulin resistant. You guys have been talking about insulin resistance so much. Now, when the cells become resistant to insulin, which is the hormone that the body releases every time you eat sugars, so that the sugars can leave the blood into the tissues, the cells. Are we together? When you overeat, the cells will start resisting the key to open them. So they stay locked, and the sugar remains in the blood. Are we making sense? When the sugar remains in the blood, that is where it starts going above the normal percentages it's supposed to be in. And the normal percentage is up to 5.7. Anything above 5.7, let's say 6, 7, that is pre-diabetes and it's diabetes already. So to stop the sugar rising above 5.7, the body usually produces insulin hormone to open the cells. And when your cells become stubborn, are we making sense? Yes. Then the sugars will start rising as the insulin is also there. So you become what they call high blood sugar. To them who want to confuse people, they call it hyperglycemia. Where there is high blood sugar, there is already high blood insulin that is resisted. Are we together? Now, when you are insulin resistant, one of the things that happens is inflammation, swelling of certain organs like the liver, like the heart, like the kidneys. There are many, but talk about liver inflammation. The liver starts becoming swollen around here. So most people get a slight pot belly. That's why when you do a lot of beers, when you do a lot of sodas, when you eat a lot of sugar, you get a pot belly. Like some of us here, if you stand like that and you see you have a kabuto, it may not be fats. Maybe your liver is inflamed, especially here. That's why I say 90% of everybody who has a pot belly has a fatty liver. That is statistics. But let's come back to the point. When the liver gets inflamed, everybody shout inflammation. It somehow presses on the lower, the ribs on the right. It can press on one of the ribs. And then the ribs are connected to some nerves. And then one of the nerves that gets touched, it is around there. It sends a signal and the pain comes out through the neck. So you get like neck pain and shoulder paining. And then most people, they rush and they are like, Numa, probably I stepped wrongly And then you're like that, you apply ointments, oh, I have this. And then you give muscle bone, it's not working. And joint flex, it's not working. And the only thing that they need is something to do with the liver, right? So when you have the information, you're not going to misinform about nerve damage. Now, that is nerve damage already because the rib cage is, or one of the ribs is pressing against the nerve and the pain is the other far end, not even where it is coming. That's how complicated nerve damage can be. Pain comes out on the other side when the actual danger is on the other side. You get it? So when you talk about nerve damage, I don't have too much detail. Don't go into the details. You're like, you should, because the common symptoms people get are tingling and burning sensations, burning feet, but also pain, and there's a lot. Nerve damage can cause so much congestion and pain and symptoms in the body. So you come out and you want to talk about nerve damage, and you don't have so much detail about the nerve, don't give them room to attack you because you're exposing your misinformation. When you're not so much informed, give a little that you can accommodate, and then the rest will be okay. You run to the doctor, you get it? Or you run to Manager Frank. You run to the manager or any other distributor who can help, and they'll give you information. So this product knowledge reduces that. But then when you know that some of these pains, because in one training, Stephen talked about the neck related to one nerve according to the liver, enlargement against the rib cage, and then, oh, okay, so when somebody comes and they have some pain, you're like, have you done some tests to see if your liver is fine? You send them to some lab somewhere. It is okay, you can wait. A day or two, they have results, and then you're confused. And then their doctor tells them the liver is enlarged with a lot of fats. They forget the pain. They come to you, and then you have to sell because you got them to discover what they didn't know. Am I making sense? Product knowledge is very important. And your reputation is going to be strengthened. Everybody read for me the last one. Cut. 1, 2, 3 at the top of your voice. Strengthen their reputation. So when somebody comes and they say, my feet are burning, they are tingling, they feel electricity, you ask them. With knowledge, you know, maybe diabetes is causing this. Okay, insulin resistance. And then you're thinking, oh, Manager Frank talked about insulin resistance, nerve damage because of insulin resistance, diabetes because of insulin resistance, high blood pressure because of insulin resistance. And then you're thinking, this one is burning feet. And then you ask them, have you checked to see if your sugar is fine? No, my sugar is very okay, my pressure is very okay. They checked me. They checked 7 months ago, they think it's the same. Things in the body can change overnight, by the way. Today you're fine, tomorrow they tell you high cholesterol. You're thinking, where did it come? Probably the machine. You went there when you had not eaten. Maybe now you've eaten, and then the trigger, you understand, there is a lot. So when you have information, you're going to strengthen your reputation in the marketplace. And then responsible people are going to call you. And then they're going to walk in your face because you appeared knowledgeable. You talked about high blood pressure. You see, I've talked, and I've seen so many people talk about high blood pressure, and they recommend the kind of products you talk about. Omega-3, Total Vitality Blend, Liver Care. But then, I chose to come to meet you because the kind of talk you gave made me believe you know what you're talking about. This is what Elias was talking about yesterday, the CEO yesterday here. That imagine yourself getting that information, and then 3 years later, and then you are on a TikTok video and it goes viral, and the kind of information you're talking about is so elite that even when doctors see it, they have no words. You have built it so well with only truths, and patients are commenting how much your location, tell us. 3 years later, and then 5 years later, you're a star. Let me tell you about the secret you guys haven't seen yet. 5 years later, you're going to have 1,000 people who can buy one omega-3 from you every single month. 1,000 people times how many CVs? 17 point what? 0.1. How many CVs are those from omega-3? 17.1 times 1,000 is how much? 17,000, right? Is it 17,100 CV? How many CVs you need to qualify as a platinum? Every month as a platinum, you must make 4,000 CV. You have made 4,000 4 times plus an extra 1,700. Because you have 17K. Now, if you're the only one, without even having to do any work, 17,000 CV, and you're a platinum already, because you will be after 5 years, times 25%, that is called stair-step bonus. What is 25% of 17,000? How much is that? You should get calculators. Mukuli calculators. Otherwise, how much? 4,250 US dollars will be your commission from the company. 4,250. Some of you don't understand dollars. Please convert it for us in Ugandan money according to our OQATA rate. How much? 15,500,000 from your personal effort only. One day, I went to the DRC and we talked about things we're talking about now. And then you guys are seeing what is happening. I will not go there now. But then, product knowledge is very important. I want you to know this thing. That when you know the product beyond its name, you learn the essential facts before you recommend or demonstrate a product that you want to talk about. The purpose, you explain what the product is designed to support in a simple, customer-friendly language. The key ingredients, you know the main key ingredients and why they are included without pretending to be a medical what? Personnel. You see, when I go on my lives on TikTok, people ask, are you a doctor? I don't answer. And then if I'm to answer and they have stuck on that, and I'm like, some of you are confused. You're looking at the messenger, yet the message is what you need. Because you're full of prejudice. You want to judge the messenger. You need the information, but then you're thinking, you're so shallow-minded. I may tell them, and they know, hey, this one is very tough. You want to get okay, but then you want to know, anyanzi janjaba. You leave the messenger. Take the what? The product. Are we making sense? Me, I'll teach you how to handle these people. They are very easy. The only thing about them is that they are shallow. They don't have much information away from what they were. They know one thing. They are not wide. And that is why MLM is good. It teaches you business, management, customer service, people skills, everything, even conflict resolution. Let's clap for this one, conflict resolution. So when you have the product and you know it beyond the name liver care, you will give it with purpose and you'll know why certain ingredients were given. And when it comes to directions for use, you will understand the recommended serving, the timing, and the storage and the instructions shown on the label, even beyond. Because there are those that your upline will teach you they are not there on the label. For example, omega-3s are taken when your metabolism is at the peak, and that is about lunchtime. After meals, better fatty meal. So usually because you eat cooking oil in everything, it's better lunch. After lunch, immediately. Or you're eating lunch, you pause, you take omega-3, you continue. Are we making sense? Then the likes of probiotics, things to do with colon detox, better in the morning before you eat anything, provided in less than an hour you're going to eat. Are we making sense? Are we making sense?
Yes.
Same with products like Total Vitality Blend. Because it has a lot in it, including the coenzyme Q10, which is good for energizing your cells. Better in the morning after breakfast, so that it rises with your metabolism as the day is growing old. Are we together? So it is about knowledge. When you have the knowledge and you know it beyond its name, you will target the right customer. And that target customer will come and buy, because before you even target them, you look at this particular product and you know who that product is intended for. Or two. Now let's peruse through very fast. There is what we call benefits versus. Everybody shout for me that one. Benefits versus. You read it the way you're supposed to read it. Everything green. 1, 2, 3. Benefits versus. The only challenge is some people already TikToking already. And the TikToking they are doing is in the first year. And the views are still 200. And the information that can get them to have viral videos, not just getting viral, because this is not about becoming viral. It's about getting to that 500 viewership. And the 500, you have a 10% of them that are calling with reason. This is not about just posting. You post, but what is your intended market? So we talk about the benefits versus just claims. Some people give claims. But then, as we stop giving claims, we talk about benefits. The difference. Responsible distributors, we call affiliates, they communicate support, not guaranteed medical outcomes. So one day on my live, I have a few very responsible people there. It was about maybe 200 people watching, stuck on the screen, but then we had over 2,000 viewers. And then some of them, the names you know, probably, you know Vinka, you know, I had so many celebrities on there. Probably they were tagging themselves. I don't know for what reason. That live was very nice. And then we also had doctors there. And then one doctor comes and they want to challenge. So they send a request. I refuse to give the platform because I don't have that time for allowing requests. The information you're giving is very sensitive. Some people want to prove that they know more than you, yet they have no platform. You understand? So they want to jump on you. That's why you should keep doing what you're doing, because them, the shallow minds who think they know, they don't have the platform like you have. Please clap for yourselves. OQATA has given us a platform, so I refuse. So he comes in the comment section, and then he is trying to comment and do all these things, trying to challenge. And this is exactly the way I did this slide, how I told him. You see, you're giving claims, but I know the benefits. And we were talking about magnesium. Because magnesium is in which product? And another one. Which other one? You don't know? Total Vitality. So we're talking about the benefits of magnesium for muscles. And then he was trying to show he knows a lot. But then I read, so I first paused, and I made everybody read the comment, because when you pause and you look at the screen, everybody is now looking, what is he looking at? You get it? And then I smiled, I said, this one wants me to talk about this because he knows a lot of claims people have given him. We thank you for being a doctor, but now let me give you the truth about this from another angle. Then after that, I remember it was about 3 to 5 minutes talk, addressing him. He clapped, said thank you, and then the next time I looked for him, he was not on the live. He was closed and he left. Some of you want to spoil your party, but I gave him that. Let's clap for this opportunity with good information we have. So the benefits versus claims. When you're responsible, you will use approved benefits. Don't give information which is not approved. Describe the benefits using OQATA approved product information and wording. That's why we have the catalog. You see, that catalog has a lot of information. You can make 1,000 videos with it and even repeat. You open the page of Android, you can give a lot without having to look everywhere else. That's why I get confused when distributors are on ChatGPT looking for content. When you have the tools with you, a tool as good as the catalog, not many companies have it. Only legendary companies have it, and OQATA is becoming a legendary very soon. So when you talk about the approved benefits of andro-T, prostate enlargement, testosterone boosting, backed by information. Are we together? So when you come and somebody says, low libido, this one has a libido booster, testosterone, you understand? You talk about it with approved benefits. Not only that, avoid giving guarantees. Let me tell you about my muscle bone care. 2 months, your backache will be no more. No. You tell them, Hassan, this one, you tell them that the products work, but the bodies are different. You know, when you are a distributor and you're giving them and it has worked for some, you realize them calling you Musao, isn't it? Yeah. Now, some of you, when you're called Musao, you take it on the head, you forget you are a normal distributor who didn't even join university, and you just became knowledgeable out of the blue, so you start assuming you are a Musao. You even change your profile and you put Dr. Steven and then you're thinking, are you sure? You wait when one day you land on a very responsible person, and then they give you a very tricky question, and only doctors can answer, and then you start biting your tongue and licking your lips and doing what I've just done. You may answer, but then on a day you may go wrong and someone dies. You see, in a hospital setup, when someone dies, just squeeze the doctor who was there. Dr. Checha Musono. And then you have to give a report, isn't it? Yes. They call it which report? Postmortem. It's postmortem report. And then you are the one who has been claiming to be a doctor. You, that day, and you know the laws work when they get you. Then you realize, so when you're going online, avoid guarantees. Me, when I'm there, tell them, omega-3 is such an amazing product. It clears your blood vessels, supports heart health, eye health, skin, brain. It does so much. And then when people come one-on-one, I tell them, you need omega-3. How much is it? 120. Amazing. Can I get it? Yes, we are going to deliver. But one bottle is not enough. When you get done with the one bottle, I want you to come back and get another. But then what is the reason you're buying omega-3 for? You talked about high blood pressure, and I was talking about cholesterol. So I want to give them other stuff. So to make a combination therapy. And then maybe 3 products, resveratrol, and then liver care and omega-3. And then they're like, so when I take this, are you sure I'm going to be okay? I'm like, but you're rushing. I want you to take it step by step, because before you got to know you had high cholesterol, it was there and it was building and you didn't know. So you build the reversal step by step. And if God guarantees 1 month and that is it, some people have done it in a month and they check and they're normal levels. But that's not my word. I want you to take it for as long as you can afford it until you're fine. Are we together? They're like, so you mean I'm going to take it for a whole year? I'm like, I didn't say a whole year. I don't want you to be a stubborn one. I want you to be a person responsible that has discovered a product that can help them and you want to try it out. And me, I can tell you the truth. It has worked for so many people, but the timing I cannot guarantee. You want to pull yourself out, but with confidence. Are we together? So when you have the right information, you're not going to give claims. You see, fibroids. There's a lady we gave Trimton enhancer for weight management and the fibroids disappeared. She had been with them for 6 years. I cannot come out and start telling you, Trimton for fibroids. Nedda, it was a different body. But what does the company say about Trimton? Weight management, metabolism, diabetes. You understand? So I keep in the line. Then not only that, avoid exaggeration like some of you do. Gwalina alusa. Some people have used colonitoxin, it does not work for them. You know that? How many of you have given people a product like colon and it didn't work for ulcers? It's true. And then they just needed an extra one, probably zinc from muscle bone care, and then the colon will now work better. So they come and they're like, I took colon, it's 3 months, and my ulcers is persistent, and you're confused, completely devastated as a distributor. And then all you need is somebody to tell them, oh, but take a liver care. Neka muscle bone. Make a muscle bone kano kali mata kano muscle bone ateze nina ulcers. That you're giving me. You're like, no. Zinc. Magnesium. You understand? And then a person will be like, okay. Then they take 2 days, they are fine. And then Jesus. You understand? You're not Jesus. You just got the right benefit. Are we together? So avoid exaggeration. Statements such as, this product, I'm telling you, has worked for everybody. And the result has been guaranteed. Whoever uses my nerve damage treatment for 3 months, 3 months, you're okay. Over the years, with some experience, my upline teaches me, and then I go in the market, and then I land on this guy who is 76 years, and he has a lot of money, and he's willing to pay all the package the way it was prescribed. So I give him a whole month package. I made big profit. The guy takes it religiously. My guarantee was in 90 days. Because one trainer gave us a 90-day kind of thing. And the guy was persistent. Next month, he came and bought again. And I made another profit. He just called. You know those customers who call and they're like, this is finished? How many of you want to have those customers who just claim, and then no negotiations. The price was given, so they know. You understand? 3rd month, when I delivered, it's like, I hope this is the last one. But I've not seen so much improvement. Will these things really work? Also, me, I was not seeing a lot of changes. Okay, the skin was different, but when somebody has been sick for like years, sometimes. So stop giving those exaggerative guarantees. And then stay evidence-based. If you are unsure whether a statement is what? Please say. If you're sure whether the statement, or if you're not sure whether the statement is approved, do what? I don't want to get bad breath. You read for me the last statement. Okay, we start from the dot. You need to verify before you share. I want you to listen more before you recommend. Product knowledge becomes powerful when you combine it with good customer delivery. You see, my content is so easy to make if I'm using socials. When I sit before a client, I find it easy for me to handle them, and they trust me to the bones because, I listen to them first. When I look at a video that has gone viral and then I see, okay, so people are struggling with high blood pressure. That's why this thing is really being shared like this much. Okay. So I will now make the same in a different angle. And again, so when I listen to the client, you're going to give them according to their need. So ask questions. Find out what the customer wants to support or wants you to support them in. Their lifestyle, how they live their life, and what they're already using. For example, when somebody calls me and they ask me, oh, I saw a video talking about omega-3. They even know it's called super what? How much is that super omega-3? Of course, in my videos, may I give prices. Call me now. 120,000, get yourself a super omega-3. So usually when they ask, aren't omega-3? And you told us it's 120. I am downtown here on this arcade. I want it delivered. So I'm like, oh, thank you for the order. But before you go, my name is Stephen. What's your name again? because I want to save their number. That is one. So, what prompted you to call me for omega-3? What is your exact challenge that you want omega-3 to help you with? That's a question I give them always. And then you're like, well, I've been hypertensive for like 4 years. And my pressure is really high. I heard you talk about omega-3 as very nice for high blood pressure. I'm like, wow. So you are hypertensive. I repeat it to confirm. That is something they learn in network marketing. My back is paining and I feel bad about it. Oh, sorry. So you have a back ache. Then they confirm with what? Yes. When they confirm me, yes, now we are on the ground where I'm the dominant lion. Did you understand that trick? Yes. They're like, so, tell me about your hypertension. What are the readings like? Do you measure yourself? Like, yes, these are the readings. Do you have a doctor managing you? Yes. Which drugs is he giving you? For how long have you used these drugs? Because you know these things are all going to matter. The drugs and the effects they have done on them, isn't it? And then the changes, the discipline they have. When do you take them? How do you eat? Do you exercise? Hey! Before you know it, they realize you are deeper in what you are going to tell them. So usually I tell them, omega-3 is good, but I think you need to think about getting the entire hypertension combination. And they're like, what is that? So I bring my 5 products. How many of you know them? The first one is called omega-3. The second one is what? Liver care. The other one? Resveratrol. Another one? Muscle bone. Another one? So they're like, so how much is that total? Can I start like with 3 and buy the other 2 later? Haven't I one? Because they wanted 1. Now they're taking how many? And then you'll be there asking, how do the profits come? First, clap for me as well. And if you're not jealous, clap very hard, not like this. Some of you are pretending to be clapping, and you're not, you know. Wait, some of you can be so diplomatic in your clapping, you do like this. Is this clapping? Wait, they say, clap your hands. Clap. You know when we were in nursery school, remind me of those kids' songs. One of my daughters be singing them. Just skipped my head. Where they do clapping. You understand, eh? But dance, I like. Yes, that one. So like, clap. You say, I like it. Clap. I like it. Clap. I like it when Teacher Jalia, Teacher Jalia was teaching in lower primary school. You stand up, all of you, so that we can do what Teacher Jalia was teaching us. So that you can even relax your muscles. You've been sitting for long, and some of your bones are already not doing well. You see, when you talk about health, listen as you're standing up. You're dragging to stand up. And you're the one who want people to use your products. This is what they teach us in these things when you are talking about product information. They say, when you sit for more than an hour and 2 hours, you start becoming insulin resistant. Exercising is very important. At least 30 minutes every day. If you're breaking it down and you're seated like an office person, like you guys are office people, every hour, 3 to 5 minutes, at least you stand up and shake a bit and you sit down. Okay, so now we are going to start. Clap. I like it. Clap. I like it. Dance. I like it. Dance. I like it. If Daddy Muhire can dance, I don't know how important Madam Justin's neighbor is. She's not dancing. You get it? Madam Justin, put up your hand. Your neighbors are not dancing. Daddy Muhire was dancing. Daddy Muhire, put up your hand. He's here. And he's over 60 years. And he's dancing. So, let's like all of us. Dance. Dance. Clap. You see? What do you like? You see, some of you are very diplomatic. That's what I had to tell you. When they say clap, you do like this. And then if you're in another school and they say clap, and you do, I like it. The hands will not be making noise. So when we say Let's clap for our celebs, like I've said now. Clap for your celebs. Thank you. That's what we call clapping. So you need to listen first and then recommend next. Not only that, do not become a doctor to diagnose. Some athletes are trying to become doctors. You're even recommending drugs. You sell supplements. Don't go out of your lane. You land in hot soup. Even when you know a particular drug, don't mention. Somebody will come with a claim. He told me that. He's the one who said, and then somebody has stroke, you understand? And then you have permanent damage. And then after like a few weeks, they come out. And you're like, so what caused this? You're like, there is this guy that I called. And he told me to take this drug. And then the doctor sees the drug. This was the cause of the thing. They call you. The next time he's like, so where are you? Can we have some orders? What do you sell? Then you think you're dealing with customers. Before they know it, to get in. I think, what did I do? And then we are uplines are following up. Only to reach the police station, there is this case of a patient. Some cases are so hard for uplines to intervene. We leave them for the family and close friends. Learn to stay in your lane. Don't diagnose. Affiliates should not tell customers that they have a disease or prescribe treatment. Give them supplements, supportive supplements. I'm not threatening you, but you now know. You understand? Don't make claims, especially online. The internet saves everything. You see, if you want to know about bad black, you go on the internet. If you want to know about whoever you want, you go to the internet, isn't it? When you're making a match, match needs responsibility. Or match the needs responsibly, Match the needs of your clients responsibly with your products. You want to recommend the products whose intended benefits reasonably relate to the customer's stated wellness goals. Know when to refer. For example, there is this client who came and then she wanted ulcer treatment, but then she was very pregnant. And I'm like, how old is your pregnancy? She's like, about 5 months. And I'm like, okay, that is good. And then the ulcers are disturbing. Like, yes. Like, but you need to go to the hospital first because your case, until you're fine, can only be handled in a hospital. You can't use any of our supplements. What if I give colon detox and it detoxifies the baby? And this guy has been with the wife for 5 years and this was the first pregnancy, it was a miraculous baby. They will come for you. So, know when to recommend or to refer. Somebody came and they are like a hospital case. And when you're doing some of these conditions, for example, HIV/AIDS. Why are you even doing HIV/AIDS? Yes, it makes money, but it's more medical, right? Unless you're going to talk about immunity boosting in that lane only. So you go there like, we have immunity boosters that are going to help you boost your CD4. Don't guarantee anything. Don't talk about viral load, leave that for the other doctors. You understand? Even when you're just immunity, respiratory immunity. Like there are those very tricky, there's a lot you can talk about our products. You understand? When you're choosing ulcers, be basic. That's why some herbalists are selling more than we are selling it to have better products. You understand? For them, they are basic. Don't start telling people you have dick enlargement andro coffee. Don't. Somebody calls you and they said, you talked about testosterone and my dick is very small, I want to increase. Then you say, bring the money. You refer omanyi ako tetukakola nze bye nnina byakwongera maanyi ga kisajja ku prostate enlargement naye ebyokugejjesa sibikola ki akasente kerekereze oyinza okukalya n'okeerira. You understand? So let me finish. I want you to explain products simply and... Am I making sense to some of us? Be very simple but accurate. For example, the goal is to get your customer to understand, not to overwhelm them with too much technical language. You're not a doctor. You see, when you learn about statements like neuropathy, you want everybody to know that neuropathy is such a unique statement that you have just learned and you know so much about it. Your video will land on someone's page who is a neurosurgeon. And then that is why these boys are bantering you. Because the page or your For You or their For You pulls your video in their niche. And then they see you. Because on their phone, they get people calling them and telling them about high blood pressure, high blood pressure, high blood pressure. So in your video, there is a word called what? High blood pressure. That's the algorithm works. So whoever mentioned high blood pressure and then Google picks them, probably they receive a phone call and their data is on and then they talk. You see, this is very alive. Like Facebook is very alive. Like all these apps are very alive. If I talk about shoes, men's shoes, and my phone is on me, and then I pull it out. If I scroll my For You, like 50 videos, they will bring some that have shoes, because in the environment where that phone was, they mentioned the word what? That's how it works. So you talk high blood pressure, it receives high blood pressure claims on the phone. Someday it will land on their what? For You. And then here you are doing the zagara vagara kind of talking, pretending to be who you're not. There are some people who had become very, very, very stubborn. They even bought stethoscopes. And I'm thinking, what are you doing? You get a lab coat. You're trying to get in a field where you will imprison yourself for nothing. You see, that Muhira will tell you, when you are in a prison and you're all alone, you will start making some key resolutions. You understand? You start thinking where you were not thinking. That's why I want you to think before you act now. Are we making sense? The business is so wide, we can build it, yes or yes? So I want you to explain the product simply. You see, I'm a distributor of OQATA Wellness Solutions, and we have high quality products. We have the liver care. This product is good. I love this liver care so much. Now, whoever is struggling with liver challenges, this product can help. On top of your medication, if you take liver care, it will help your liver get rejuvenated and built. This product has a lot of components in it. For example, let me give you about two. Dandelion. Dandelion is a gentle herb with a yellow flower. The roots and the leaves are good because, according to reports online, this is what is talked about. Dandelion. And this dandelion is in here. I want you to call me. And then we see how we can deliver liver care to you. As easy as that. Have I been very logical in terms of, if a patient has liver problems or they have hepatitis, they will think, hello, how are you? Can that help me with my hepatitis? Because it's a liver challenge, you say yes. Can it heal me? I'm like, no. Did I talk about healing in my video? Like, no. But when you take it, it will support the liver. Who knows? God makes miracles. Are we making sense? So recently I handled a case like that. About a month and a half ago, this guy comes with hepatitis B, viral load. Don't start making videos and you claim it. It was just this case that came. Guy goes back to Mulago Hospital and the viral load is very down, non-detectable. And then the guy comes to me again. He's like, hey, your product, you call. I'm like, it is a good product. You mean? I'm like, but you need to stay in it for a long time. Who knows? I'm like, did I say that? But what I know is your viral load went down. Not so? Let's buy again. Guy is buying now. He came and bought resveratrol, he bought omega-3 and liver care again. But he knows I'm a distributor now. because I don't claim to be what I am not. Kati bamperezeyo kaliva ke yako, bampeyo ne muscle bone ke, nabaddeko gyewa musawo wange. That is what we want. You are to the patient, not as a doctor, but as a distributor of good product to support his musawo's medication. He who understood should clap. Like, I'm not going to make you clap again. So be very simplistic. Start with a need. Connect the product to the customer's stated wellness goal before discussing detailed features of how Cascara Sagrada is good. Use plain language. Translate technical information into clear, accurate explanations without changing the meaning. I am good at that. Plain language. For example, one day we had good products and we still have good products at OQATA. And then I look at, there are many challenges these products can help. So I introduced the nerve damage thing. By the way, first clap for OQATA and me, because we introduced the nerve damage thing. And then manager Frank was like, hey, you're eating a lot of money, nerve damage. I need to come on board. And then everybody is now doing nerve damage. Let's clap ourselves for nerve damage. Kale, you didn't clap. Clap, clap. Clap, clap. You keep clapping. I like it. Clap, clap. Clap, clap. Ngenda va mu kitala nsanga batakuba mu ngalo. Mujja sikuba mwega. I like it. Clap, clap. Clap, Look it out. Kakati, when we did the nerve damage thing, no, I'm not trying to be bragging on you. You understand? And when we did the nerve damage, I was not going into... The only thing I was giving as a serious one was the word peripheral neuropathy, which was, peripheral means extremes far from the heart. You understand? Like the legs, like the feet there. And then I was like, bobolina amasanyalaze. If you have burning, tingling sensations, probably that has been because you are diabetic or hypertensive and you've been using drugs for some time, or you don't know you are any of them. We have these products for you. People are calling, are you sure those products will work? Because me, I've used the ABCD. I realized people have been looking for nerve damage solutions. You understand? So the market started booming. So when it went on bigger, the only nerve I emphasized one day was the sciatic nerve. The pain inside your bum, not outside the bum. It is inside. It is in the middle of that pelvic thing. It's in the middle. And it attaches on the bones and it attaches the muscles. So I said, if you have pain, usually it starts here. Then one guy came and said, that pain starts here and it goes in here and sometimes... You see, when one of these doctors was trying to do his banter, he was right in his case, you understand? And I said, no, we need this information. Guys, please, let us keep it basic. And it is always good to laugh at your mistake, by the way. Let's laugh at ourselves. But we learn from mistakes, isn't it? In Luganda, we have a saying, being Mulindwa, I'll use Luganda bit. Ennume ekula bigo. Daddy Muhire, can you translate that as a mkonjo? Ennume ekula bigo. Come and explain. Let's come for Daddy Muhire and explain. So it's a lesson we are learning. Okay, and we are getting done. Ennume ekula bigo.
Yeah, members. Ennume ekula bigo. You understand ennume?
No, they don't.
You don't understand. So ennume is that he got that male cow, but which is strong. Eriome male. Are we together?
A bull.
So that's what you call ennume. If it's not strong, if it's not that, it's not. So for it to be called a kulabigo, I'm giving a simple scenario. Omwana ngaba akula, tumuleka nagwa, and he nataka kukola ki kuyimirira. The same thing if the child is growing, is falling, and he realizes without standing. So if you are a man and you have made all those, you are meeting several challenges, you are really becoming a man. Thank you.
Let's first clap for Daddy Muhire. Wait. Enume kula biko. Can I add you another one? Let me leave it. So if you don't make mistakes, sometimes you don't learn. You see, you learn more when you've made a mistake. The next time you show up on the same condition, you will star. You understand? So, in conclusion, I want you to use plain language. Don't go very deep in explaining and even put another person to show. Don't. Keep it basic. See, content creation is as easy as you have to be basic. When you become so technical, people don't watch. You spend 40 minutes making a video and it doesn't go over 50 views, and the time you spent. And then somebody comes, as easy as one of these content creators, and they just talk about, they get the phone with a tilted face somewhere, and they become 20,000 or 20 million views. And then you're thinking, how? It's just a mere cat falling over and rolling. How come it is 3 million views and 2 million likes? And me, who took a lot of time? It's because we have not mastered this social media thing. Social media, be yourself. I usually pull out my phone in the car and I'm like, by the way, if you have diabetes and probably you're on drugs and you've started to feel like your eyes are getting blurry, it's very common. If you haven't gotten it, don't pray to God. Pray to God it doesn't come your way. That is called retinopathy. The nerves are getting damaged by the sugar levels, even when you're on drugs. There is a product called Resveratrol and Omega-3. Call me and then we can talk about it if you feel you need this. As easy as that. Then I release it. I don't even edit. But this is what we have had. We are putting so much time in labeling the video. And now because you're over-labeling, you know what people are doing now? When it comes, it flips on there for you. It's like, this is one of them. Did you hear my one? This is what? How do you leave the one of them kind of environment? So that they kind